Hi all, hi everyone. Yeah, well, this is my first live stream for 2019. Happy New Year to you all. And we should be joined by Knowlsy and Sam this evening. So yeah, the links have already been sent. We may possibly have a guest on as well. Right, so just while we're waiting, and we'll get started. Okay, so. Yeah, as I say, I still probably sound a bit husky because I've not been too well the past week, but I think I'm more or less I'm better now. I'm just kind of feeling the after effects of it all. Yeah, I've kind of had a bit of a sort of flu-y type cold in the past week, so I've not been too good, but not too bad either. So yeah, can't believe we're now already in 2019. It's just amazing how quickly the time goes. Yeah, well, if you saw the vlogs I put up, yeah, Christmas was really good. I hope everyone had a good Christmas, and yeah, just a nice day with my mum. You know, spent the day with family. Well, it was just my mum and me, but we had a good day and just watched stuff on TV, enjoyed treats, you know, enjoyed opening our presents. And then New Year was quite good. I went out New Year's Eve, and then New Year's Day, I didn't really do much because my mum was working, but just kept myself occupied with my Christmas presents. Yeah, so in terms that, you know, so far since then, there hasn't been, you know, really any purchases because there's nothing I really want. Just trying to keep an eye on money as well. It is my birthday in a couple of weeks now. It's my birthday a week on Monday, so I'm looking forward to that. Really looking forward to it. So yeah, should be quite exciting this year. And now, yeah, I've got 1 year left now till I hit the big 3-0. Can't believe it, but hey, just proves how short life is. um, Yep, I'm just sending a link to a couple of others who might want to join us. Yeah, the more the merrier. Okay, yep, so just while we're waiting, we can... Yep, so there may possibly be a purchase tomorrow of this remastered Super Mario Bros. Wii U for the Nintendo Switch. Yep, that should be the one purchase I plan to make before my birthday, and yep. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that because my plan is, since I traded in my Wii U to get my Switch, I plan to get as many replacements and as many of the remastered re-releases as I can for the Switch. So yeah, still playing. What I've mainly been doing, hobby-wise, is mainly playing on some games. I got Spyro, the Reignited trilogy, which I'm really enjoying. It's good because I find it challenging, because I was not quite as familiar with Spyro as a kid as I was with Crash Bandicoot. But I only had the first Spyro for PlayStation 1. I didn't have the other two that completed that trilogy. I did have a few of the later ones on PS2, but and I had one, I think, Spyro and Crash sort of crossover game for the Game Boy Advance. And my sister loved Spyro, all the DS games, and she also had one on the Wii as well. I don't think she ever played it because the Wii was mine back in the day, or over 10 years ago. Yeah, she had it on. My sister grew to love Spyro on the DS. Just bear with me 1 second. Yeah, I need to get back on Red Dead Redemption 2 and Forza Horizon 4. Had a few issues with my Xbox over the Christmas period, but I think it might be sorting itself out a bit now that there's not so much downloading going on at the same time. But yeah, so plans for this year. Well, I'm job hunting, and it's not going too badly actually now. And I'm back on my maths, which I'll probably continue doing up until I hopefully find a job of some sort. Just going to open up my Twitter and have a quick look there. Yeah, sorry, I'm just doing some searching of stuff just to kind of keep myself occupied. Ah, hi, buddy. You all right?
Yeah, man.
How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah. Do you know if Sam's available tonight? I've sent him a message.
I've no idea. I messaged saying we're thinking going live tonight, but I've not heard out from him unless he just simply pops on when he wants to.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I've texted him, and that's if we send him. Have you sent him the link or?
Yeah, he's got the link. I mean, I didn't tell him pre that I was going on live, but if he's working, obviously, I mean, he doesn't have to come on if he don't want to. It's up to him.
Aye, sure.
You can text. Yeah, you can just send him a text if you want.
Yeah, well, he should be aware of us being on now. But I know what he's like.
There's no problem. There's no rush. Or it's up to him if he wants to come on. I've sent Tony and Carl the link as well if they might want to come on. Tony said he might come on in a bit.
Okay.
I've also sent Lizzie the link as well, just in case she wants to.
Aye, we'll see what happens. Yeah.
So how are you then? How's the start to the new year?
Not too bad. Since not been doing too much since we did the last live thing. Just pretty much applying for jobs, looking for jobs, and ever since New Year, just pretty much just been really putting in the application process at the moment. And tonight I've just literally finished up. Well, currently uploading a new video from the TF Knowlsy channel. Just finally finished building a model kit that I've been building for the past couple of months, just off and on.
Oh, that's nice.
So I finally built it, and I've just done a fast time lapse build video with a review at the end of it.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah.
It's a Gypsy Avenger from Pacific Rim Uprising. It's a pretty cool little kit. And obviously, finally got 2019 off to a good start with my ML with the Bronny UK channel. So
I haven't had to watch that video yet, mate, but I will. It'll be a bit later.
And there's no rush to watch it, but I mean, I know you're not up to date on most stuff, but I just thought to just chuck it your way, just so you're aware that we're back up and starting doing videos to get. Well, I am anyway.
Yeah.
Because literally, I went back.
What I might do?
Sorry.
I might see if I can buy some of the seasons I've not seen for my birthday.
Go for it. I mean, I've got the first three. I've got the first three in the movie. I need to get the Equestria Girl films, and I also need to get the Christmas special episode, and also need to get more season boxes. Yeah. It's a little bit slow tonight. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just your side or.
Well, I heard that I was experiencing. It came up that I was experiencing a few technical problems, but.
Yeah, it took a bit of time to log in when I was coming on. It's rare that happens. I mean, I've got a full bar signal, but I'm guessing.
Yeah, so have I.
I don't know what's going on. I've minimised and got rid of certain stuff that could be running in the background, so it could just be one of those sluggish days. It's having a bit of a slug. Right, okay. That video is now up. I'll post it on other things later on. I can't be bothered now. Now that I pointed that out about a bit choppy and everything, all of a sudden it's gone real smooth. I wonder if Sam is manipulating things behind the scenes and he's just having a big laugh. Because no one's.
Well, I had my iTunes. I had my iTunes up behind it. Matt, close that down. So
that might be it. Yeah, because sometimes if you've got other software running, I mean, for some reason, this computer's suffering a little bit with speed when I've got like another web page up. So it could just be like Facebook or Google or whatever, and it all of a sudden just seems to nearly crash the computer. And I usually am able to use more than one program at once on this computer, but it's struggling at the moment. Don't know why.
Yeah. Is that your desktop?
Well, I'm on my desktop now, yeah.
Yeah. See, I've got this. I mean, this iMac is it's like nearly eight years old, but I should be getting a new one for my birthday. My dad's bringing it for me, so which is in under 2 weeks.
You'll be the second person to get a new computer, because if Tony comes on, that's all he'll be talking about when he comes on, because he's got one as well.
He got a new computer.
Apparently, he's got a new desktop.
I assume is his a Windows?
It'll be a Windows PC, yeah.
Is your PC fit for gaming at all, or?
No, it's a bit crap, really. The one I've got, it's a space saver, what they call a space saver, and you can't expand it. You can't put cards in, and you can't really do much to them. So I am wanting to upgrade my computer. I mean, the monitor I've got is small, but it's functional and it works all right. At the moment, I think I'm just going to simply change the computer tower to a bit more of a more powerful one, so I can actually do a little bit more, so that I can kind of maybe much better editing software on my computer. I mean, at the moment, I can't even put an editing software on this computer because I can't run all the features on it. I can only go to the basic version, so I can't put the full tools up. So my graphics card and then the processor is really, really bad on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. See, this is why I mainly stick to consoles for gaming.
Yeah.
Because
I prefer consoles.
The controls are better. And
yeah, I prefer. Oh, excuse me. I do prefer consoles as well, because it's just easier and just
how's it going, everybody?
less messing about, really.
Yeah, welcome to another vlog. Let's start.
Are you editing a video there?
But just making sure I've got the right one, because knowing my luck, I'll end up uploading the wrong thing. Oh shit, I am now. There we go. This will be sick. I've no idea if we'll hear out from Sam, because he's been very quiet. He's really, really quiet during the week, and I don't know why. I mean, I know he works, but I know what
he's working, obviously. He can't.
I know he works, but he finishes at like 6:30, but he's home by about.
I mean, I've never put any pressure on you guys to come on if you wanted to do other things.
No, there's no pressure on either side, but it's just, I don't know what it is. Sam just seems to go into what I would call limp mode. So you need to kind of like smash him over the head so it resets him. He kind of crashes like a PC does. And the time that he blew up his mother.
We all have times like that, don't we?
Joe. Oops. Right.
How's Lizzie doing? I haven't
No, not too
spoke
bad.
to her for a long time. I think I've spoke to her properly since TF Nation. I sent her a message to say Happy New Year and everything.
And she's all right. She's just a bit worn out really with work and things, and she hasn't really been active that much, to be honest. I mean, I've been messaging her most days and just checking up on her, but I mean, I think at the moment, I think she's got a bit of a cold at the minute, so she may or she might not. It depends how she feels. I haven't really about coming on or not yet, so.
Yeah, I've had a bit of a fluey cold this past week. I'm more or less just feeling the after effects now, but today I feel a lot better after the past week and all.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been kind of off and on with a bit of a chesty cough and chest infection. And currently, I'm coughing my guts up again at the moment and sneezing. And I think what I had before Christmas, I think I've got it again, because I usually get a lot of cold things multiple times a year. Like, yeah, I usually get them around about now, New Year and before Christmas, and then I usually get something related to pollen, which is when we get into spring, summer time. So, yeah.
Yeah, do you suffer from hay fever? I can't.
Yeah, I suffer from hay fever and certain pet hairs as well. So if like I'm in someone's house and they've got like a type of dog that maybe molts, if the hair's coming off into your face and that, it sets my eyes off and then sets my bloody asthma off as well. So I am just a hazard walking, really. Oops. What do you think? There we go. That'll do. Just uploaded my vlog as well for today. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I missed it yesterday. I actually missed the vlog, and I was actually in the middle of like watching a film, and I was just like,
Yeah.
you know what? I was just thinking to myself, I was just like, you know what? There's something in the back of my mind I should have done today, but I can't think what it is. And then about three or 4 in the morning, I was still up, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot to do a vlog today, and it's gonna put me.
I can never. For the past couple of years, I've had major issues with my sleep pattern.
Oh,
it's not that I don't get enough sleep; it's just I don't sleep at the right time.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't. Yeah, I've basically ever since, apparently, according to my mum and dad, whenever they tried to put me to sleep when I was a baby and when I was a toddler and that, and I was quite hard work when it came to trying to get me to go to sleep on the night before, when I was on a school night or whatever. I've always had it. I'm pretty damn certain I've got insomnia. I've maybe got a type of insomnia.
I think I've got some form of that.
I think I've got something. I think at the same time, things that I dwell on as well, and thinking about stuff that's happened in the past, and thinking about me currently unemployed, and that kind of keeps me up on the night as well, because my head just keeps going round and round and round, and it just won't stop to the point where I can't sleep. To be honest, I have been thinking about getting some sleeping tablets just to kind of see if they might help, just to kind of, try and help me kind of get into a sleep pattern, and then I can start to weasel off.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. Yeah, I probably wouldn't take them because, you see, I'm on medication for anxiety.
Yeah.
Plus, it wouldn't probably do me good. So.
Yeah, you can't. so some drugs you can't cross, can you?
I have a form of, because it's a form of antidepressant, my medication. I never used to have major problems with my sleep pattern when I was a kid or when I was a teenager, but it was more recently I developed the problem when I was suffering from stress from a job I was in for quite some time. That's when it started to happen. And when I've got good things like I did summer last year, I did that work placement as part of my aim to eventually get back to work, and that I didn't have any. My sleep pattern became normal for those 6 weeks. But no, yeah, I've had issues where I'm having major issues, and actually the problems with my sleep pattern are causing me some problems at the moment with things going on with people's.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because, like I say, I mean, I suffer from anxiety and depression as well. I'm not on any medication for that, but I'm starting to think down that road of maybe trying antidepressants and just maybe see if it does, or see about getting maybe something to do with my anxiety as well, because my anxiety just takes over sometimes, and I bet you know what it feels like yourself. Sometimes it just takes over your mental. It just takes over your brain, and you just feel like you're panicking over something that is so trivial or something that doesn't need to be panicked over.
I know that. And, the thing is, when I start worrying about something small, something that's basically something that you might struggle with or get a bit frustrated in everyday life, that can get me starting thinking about, the bigger problems. That area of my conscience just completely opens up when I get, and I end up having quite a few anxiety attacks.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I usually, what sets me off, it's usually to do with, what sets me off, it's usually to do with, like, I don't know, like I said a moment ago, like dwelling on things, like when I used to get bullied, and I'm always kind of thinking to myself, or being a bit paranoid about certain things, like certain people talking about me, things being kind of, said about me in the background, and is that why? Because I don't know, my mind just goes off on these really strange tangents, and it's pretty much all resulted from me being bullied at school. So ever since I was bullied when I was about 6 years old, ever since we've been 6 years old, I was all through school. It didn't help me.
Bullying can really scar you, can't it? It can.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, when it comes to bullying, those kids that deal the bullying, they don't realise the implications mentally you are putting on someone. Because I understand, I mean, at my school, a lot of people say bullies, the reason why they bully is usually they're probably from a broken home. They're probably maybe maybe the parents are going through a divorce, or maybe one of the parents is not there, like the dad or the mother isn't there, so it's a single parent bringing them up, so they're acting up to kind of give them that false confidence. So they're taking out their frustrations that they have about themselves and within themselves and putting it on somebody else in order for a way to kind of, as escapism. But they don't realise that they are putting a lot of stress and making that person.
It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? Because the way that a lot of people, probably not like you or I, but a lot of people who start being bullied by someone, getting bullied, end up becoming bullies themselves. So it's kind of a vicious cycle, isn't it? One person starts it, then their victim starts it, then they get victims and all that, and it.
Yeah, the thing is, it's a vicious circle, like you said. I mean, like me, I never really bullied anybody. I was very to myself. When I was at school, I was quite a shy and a bit of an introvert, really. I was a bit of an introvert when I was at school, and it made me an easy target for those that were a bit more, or at least came over confident. At the end of the day, there wasn't, because I found out because at the time at the time of it all happening, I was too young to understand about the big picture. But when I got older, I found out that most of the kids that were bullying me did have problems back home. They had like broken home. They were living on council estates. They were, kind of, probably, I don't know, being almost evicted from the houses. I don't know, eviction notices, all sorts of things. And, the parents breaking up, so divorce and things like that, or stepdad, stepmom, all that kind of stuff that happens when sometimes with kids when they're growing up. They go through all these things and it causes them to just, go nuts and take it out on other people. I mean, that doesn't happen all the time. Some people bully because they're evil, that manipulative, arsehole, horrible people. Some people just do it because they enjoy it, they get a buzz out of it. But there is that people that generally they are not in a good place in their mind and they're just taking out on someone else. And that's usually how it works with bullying. And it's all down to mental health at the end of the day. It's mental health on their side as well as it is on yours.
Mm.
Mental health is a killer. I mean, obviously you won't know from your neck of the woods, I don't think. It won't have been in your papers, but in the past, since New Year, we've had 4 people commit suicide off the Humber Bridge in about 2 weeks.
Oh dear.
It's coming up. It's just over. Well, it's about a week and a half since obviously January started, and there was a couple that happened just before Christmas, and since New Year, since January started, there's been another 3 or 4 that have committed suicide in very short space of time, and
were they all young people?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. There's a lot of mental health issues in Hull, and it's not been.
Well, obviously, adults can get bullied as well. I mean, anyone can get bullied.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think it. I mean, it could be. I don't know how they were feeling because to put yourself in that predicament. Hey, Tony's here.
Hello.
Hi, Tony. You all right?
Yeah, not bad. Good Christmas and that.
Aye, not been too bad. Not been too bad.
Good. Oh, been at work. It's been fucking pointless me going today because it was just fucking dead as fucking dead.
That's it. Now when you get after Christmas, you get that lull point where January is like, I spent all my money, all the bills are coming in.
Yep, paying off the credit cards and that.
They're probably like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It was on the news today that for the high street retailers in general, last year the Christmas just gone has been the worst Christmas since 2009.
Do you know why?
Because everyone's been buying online.
No, it's not that. Do you know the reason why it's been the worst Christmas, and it's steadily getting worse Christmas every year? It's because Christmas starts in October, and people sort of stagger their Christmas shopping. So think, we'll do a bit in October, then we'll do a bit in November, and we'll do a bit there. You know what I mean? So they stagger it instead of going out, during December and going boom, spend it all in one go. They're staggering it all over the month now, so it's not a bigger boom, you see. And it's the supermarkets that are the problem, not online stores. And I'll tell you why, right? Because I've seen it happen. You go to Asda or you go to Tesco or anywhere like that, and you think, all right, you know what? I'll get the week shopping in. So you go get your week shopping in, right? But while you're there, you think, that new film's just come out on DVD, so I'll go get it on DVD. And the kids are playing up, fucking toy each, get them a toy each. And think, while I'm here, I can get a new phone. I'll go get a new phone. And then I can get my prescription and my eyes tested, and I buy all my fruit, and I can, buy the kids' uniforms. I can, buy myself a nice sparkly outfit to go out with on a Saturday night. And, you know what I mean? All in one roof. That's the problem, because it's not as if like you go to HMV and go, get some really obscure horror films, but the ones the ones that you can't find, like Godzilla Final Wars, for example, you'd have to go online for that. That's what I mean. Amazon's been there 16 years maybe, so nothing changed in that.
HMV have gone into administration now, haven't they?
It's a shame, yeah. So everybody who's out watching this, get around HMV. I know it's not going to help them, but show your solidarity and buy fucking loads of shit. Because I love HMV.
Because if they can't find a buyer, they'll go out of business.
Yeah, well, they were saved last minute last time, weren't they? So you never know. I think there is still call for it because there's a lot of us out there that like physical media. I mean, I like to have the thing in my hand. There it is. I mean, there are exceptions to that, obviously, but but like I say, it's the sorry, I've just got my TV on. Just need an extra light. It's the supermarkets that are the problem, and it really is because, like I say, you can get everything under one roof. You can get everything under one roof and you don't have to go anywhere because most people that go in the supermarkets are not going to go and try and get the most obscure bloody George Romero film, like The Crazies. They're going to go and get what's out in the charts.
No.
Yeah. So that's unfortunately, and like I said, Christmas starts now in October. So if people are going out Christmas shopping, they are going October, November, December, buying little bits, little chunks, and they're doing it all at the supermarket. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be unfortunate. I mean it's not the first time HMV, especially our HMV, has had issues. I mean, I remember probably when I was about 16. Apparently, I think it was 16, something like that, where it was in the news that they were having issues, but then they survived. And then it's happened a few times over the years. I think I've known about 3 or 4 times HMV having issues through the credit crunch and all that lot. And
it is a problem, but I think most people do like the physical media still. I mean,
I'd much rather. I mean, like you say, I mean, I'm guilty. I mean, I'm like everybody else. I use Amazon like everyone else does, but it's
there's no doubt that the online shopping's playing a big part in the downfall of the high street.
I'm not saying it's not a factor, but I don't think it's the problem. You know what I mean? I think there is a percentage of money that could be going to HMV, for example, that's people spending on Amazon. But you know what I mean, though? I mean, but then again, Amazon is the kind of place to think, right, HMV haven't got that, particularly really obscure Godzilla film that I want, but Amazon might. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, well, that's what I usually do. If I can't find something in HMV, I usually just go. I usually use Amazon, like you just said.
That's it, exactly.
I'm always going in there. Whenever I'm in town, I always pay them a visit, whether it's just browsing or if I do. I mean, I end up going in there browsing and then end up coming out with about half a dozen stuff. So
same as me. But the thing is, though, going out into town. I mean, I've got 4 days off. Woo! I'm so looking forward to it. It just kind of worked out. My rotas kind of worked out like that, and so I'm kind of like, after all that hours I put in at Christmas, just some time off is going to be brilliant. Anyway, that's beside the point. But you go on your day off and you think, what, I'm going to go into town, I'm going to do a bit of shopping and that. So you go into town, go to HMV, buy 5 for 30 quid Blu-rays, but it's that anticipation of getting them.
Yeah.
Maybe going for a pint or spot of lunch, something like that, and then knowing that they're in there, and then getting home. But it's that distance from you buying them to getting home, and the anticipation builds, and you think, I've got these, I can't wait to get home and watch them. You know what I mean? So, like comic books as well. Well, basically, physical media is this, right? And this is a Stan Lee quote. Stan Lee said somebody's asked him about digital comics, and he goes, yeah, they're okay. And he goes, but looking at boobs on the internet is fine, but having a boob in your hand is so much better. Is that not right? Is that not correct?
You can't argue with that logic, can you?
You can't. I mean, I've got a phone, I've got a computer, and I've got an Xbox and all the rest of it and that. And yeah, I'm guilty as well. I mean, on my day off, I'll flick on Netflix and watch a bit of Netflix, but because that's available to me. It's only the same if I was watching something on Sky.
Yeah.
Or normal telly, which I don't do because I've got Netflix. So, but I will still go out and buy my favourite movies and the latest films that are out, and the really obscure films that nobody can find, that sort of thing. And T-shirt or two and fucking Funko Pops, but
the thing is with HMV, I've noticed, and I'm not the only one that's noticed this, because a few people have I've noticed when this got announced on Hull Live, because obviously we've got one in Hull and everything, and on Facebook, and they were talking about it in Hull Daily Mail that they've gone into administration or possible liquidation. And then I was reading the comments and people saying that, I really enjoy HMV. It's a great store. It's a shame. But then I agreed with what some people were saying about what they are currently stocking and it's almost as if they used to have a real good game section. Now they only seem to sell the brand spanking new releases. They don't sell or stock other games.
Well,
They've got rid of all that, which I think is
problem
out of their profit margin.
The problem with video game sales these days, right?
People download them a lot as well.
Well, there's that, but what I mean is the AAA titles like your Resident Evil 2, which I can't fucking wait for, the game stores and supermarkets, anywhere like that. I'll get back to supermarkets in a moment as well, but all those kind of places don't make any money on the games. Where game and things like that make their money is on pre-owned. Because it's all profit, basically. Because if they're selling, say, Resident Evil 2 at full whack, they'll get, 5-6% of that. Whereas if somebody trades that in a couple of weeks' time, they'll get 100% of that sale, even if it's down 20 quid or 30 quid. They'll get 100% of that because it's stock at the end of the day, or 80% or whatever it is. But they get more money on the pre-owned stuff than they do brand new stuff. That's why a lot of people. I mean, I like a pre-owned game and that. Don't get me wrong. But like I say again, like the HMV thing, when you go in to go get these things, it's great to have it and then go, oh, I can fucking can't wait to get home and play it. So you come in, take your shoes off, and you fucking sit down, put it into your player, and then you go, fuck it. Then you go, But yeah, supermarkets again. It comes back to. They want you in because they can sell DVDs, Blu-rays, games, toys, clothes, confectionery, even all that at a loss, but still make money on the fact that you're going in for your week shopping. So you buy, your week shopping, your booze and all like that. So they can take a loss on everything else, but make profit. Still make profit on you on that sale, because you've spent 60, 70 quid on your week shopping. So that's why retail is. The high street is, because people think, well, why should I go all the way to town when I can just go to Tesco? It's only there. You know what I mean? So
exactly. I mean, the problem is as well, we're in a day and age where I won't say everybody, but some people are a bit bone-addle, where they'll just I can't be asked to go out today. I wanted to get this. I'll just go on Amazon or eBay and just buy it off there and have those days. And
everybody gets like that, John. I mean, everybody's like that. I mean, I've sat here gone, I've got 30 quid left in me wages this month. I'll have a look on Amazon at 3 o'clock in the morning. We all do it. Every one of us does it.
Oh, yeah.
And you think, I've just bought that really expensive, really, really rare Blu-ray on, or whatever you're buying. And, but then again, that's always been there 10 years ago, 15 years ago, so it's nothing, never changed.
True, yeah.
I mean, I remember doing it, when Amazon first, or even eBay first started, sat there trolling eBay in the morning, going, what can I buy for 10 quid, So it's that, I think, online and actual brick and mortar retail will always be there. It's just that if they just worked out what is the problem, i.e. starting Christmas 2 months early, and having supermarkets stock all this stuff, and they can sell it at.
Because the thing is, nowadays, when it gets to December, a lot of the stuff is full price. But the thing is, people will go and buy presents when they're cheaper a couple of months before, put them away.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. But like I said earlier on about Christmas starting in October,
Yeah.
October the 6th, some of the shops in St. Stephen's had the decorations up. Tesco had all the Christmas stuff available. You know, everything was Christmas, buy this. October, right? Even before Halloween, right? So that's the problem. If they did it, and then you've got like things like Black Friday and Cyber Monday and Blue Tuesday and Green, you know, Friday or whatever they do. You know what I mean? So if they stopped doing that shit as well, people would think, you know, and go, you know, last week, if they start putting the decorations up last week of November and go, right, Christmas has officially started now, people would go out in droves going, oh, it's nearly Christmas, I best get my shopping done. Because people do Christmas shopping all through the year now as well.
Yeah.
A woman came in my shop the other day and went, and she bought a load of Star Wars stuff for her kids, and she went, and I said, oh, that's a lot of Star Wars stuff. Is it birthday coming? And goes, oh no, this is for Christmas next year while it's going cheap. So, you know what I mean? People are hating themselves, if you know what I mean, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You do get, I mean, well, there's a few people that I used to work with, kind of like a woman that I work with called Sandra. She's so on the ball when it comes to Christmas and stuff, mainly Christmas. And she starts her Christmas shopping probably beginning of the new year.
Yeah. You see, I don't get
quite a few months before.
Anyway, we're not going to solve it overnight. I think what will happen is it'll get to a point where most of the retail stores have shut down. And then people will sit there at home going, I want to go out and shop. I want to go out and, because like clothes shopping, especially for women, I mean, I don't want to generalize, but, you know, they like to go out, like to try on the stuff in the shop. And if it don't fit, they don't buy it, obviously. But if it fits nice and that, they'll buy it. But I mean, how hard is it to fucking buy something off Amazon and realize it's the wrong shirt, wrong size, wrong fucking thing, they sent the wrong, how fucking pain in the ass
that's a good point. I mean,
yeah, how fucking pain in the ass is it to get the fucking return thing and send it off and hopefully they get it back so you get your money back. Such a pain in the ass. So, you know what I mean? So I think it'll get to that point and then companies will go, you know what, well, let's open a store and see how it goes. And people will rush to it, you know? So anyway, yeah. So let's change the subject because it's depressing me a bit.
Sooner or later, it'll only be markets, won't they? It'll only be markets that are...
Yeah, that's it. So anyway, on other news, Greg Berger for TFN.
Oh no, that's awesome news.
Greg Berger for TFN.
Who's that?
Greg Berger for TFN.
Yeah.
Grimlock from G1 at TF Nation.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, we've met him a couple of times. So
some people don't know the names of the G1 actors, though. So it's kind of got to kind of say he played Grimlock. He played Grimlock. Oh,
yeah, Grimlock. No, like you.
Are you hoping to come this? Are you hoping to come this year, John?
I'm hoping to. Just to
hoping. There's no hoping. It's yes. I'm definitely going to be there. How can you not? How can you fucking hope?
It depends on funds. If I can get stuff sorted out. I mean, I'm going to start saving from after about March. So I've got my bloody.
I'm saving well, when I get paid at the end of the month, 100 quid's going in my TFN fund. 140 quid's going to go in my TF fund. I'm going to wait till, because that's for the ticket sales as well. So if I'm stuck here, I'm skinned, and they go, oh, tickets are unavailable, I can go. But
organisation that would cause a wedding planner to turn in their badge and gun.
Clicking everything off now. But you know, and I'm fucking going regardless. So I'll definitely be there. I mean, big
Sam and I talk. We're going to be sharing this year. My dad's going to book the room for us both. And Sam's going to give me a share in cash. So
nice. Well, I might be bringing my good lady. So you know,
sweet.
If not, I'll be sharing with Nick again. So you know, but yeah, it's going to be 10 years for a few of us. The 10th anniversary of going to this thing, you know.
Good deal. Well, I'm coming up to 9 years. This will be probably my 9th convention.
That's what I mean. You can't stop now. You've got to make at least 10 before you stop coming. This will be my
It'll be my
11th.
third.
Yeah, keep going there, Loz. Jobs are good. And is it not the best part of the year, Carl? Come on now.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
It's better than Christmas, I think, because you see people you don't see all year. You eat, drink, and be merry. You just have a laugh, just the best laugh you'll ever have. And then there's a man that brings toys. Well, several men and some women that bring toys. What's not to fucking like? And then
But
if
the
you
thing
leave, you
is,
come home
though,
with a box star soda.
I found last year, even though I still bought quite a bit of stuff I wanted, I didn't buy nearly half as much as I did last year.
Yeah,
The first year I went, 20.
I
I think I enjoyed the people more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I noticed that in my first year. The first year, I bought fucking mound of stuff, right? And every subsequent year, it's not about that. It's about the people that go. That's what makes the thing. It's like when you buy a bacon sandwich, right? Do you buy the bacon sandwich for just the bread?
No.
Well, exactly. Yeah, that encompasses everything. So TF Nation is the bread, and the bacon is everything else. I could just eat a bit.
I just no, when I walk in, when I go next year, this year, now. When I go, I'm gonna start saying, "You taste like bacon.
Yeah,
you smell like bacon. I love you."
Well, I was doing it last year. I was going, tastes like bacon. But then I was. Do you remember? Was it Sunday morning? I think it might have been Sunday morning. I was really hungover, like really hungover, and I'm sat.
Most years.
Well, yeah, most years, but this. Because don't forget, Stan Bush had been on, hadn't he? And we're all like hyper, and I drank loads that night, loads and loads. And I'm sat Sunday morning in the breakfast thing, and Lee Clayton,
Yeah,
right? She goes, "You all right?" And I'm going, no. And then she goes, "Why?" I said, "I'm really hungover, and I'm like this, shaking, like this." And then her mum come over and she goes, "Oh, you all right?" And I went, "No." She went, "You hungover?" And I went, "Yeah, just a bit." And she went, "Oh, don't worry, I won't disturb you." He goes, No, it disturb me. Like it's fine. It just means I'm having to use my brain to speak, so I know I'm still alive. But yeah, that I was particularly bad that morning. But then again, I'm getting over my 30s, shall we say? So hangovers last 3 or 4 days now.
40.
Fuck off. Yes. Rearrange the sentence.
I mean, in less than 2 weeks, my birthday. My birthday week on Monday, so that'll be the last year of my 20s. Can't believe it.
You bastard.
And then the year after that. Then next year, hit the big 3-0.
Been there, done that.
I'm 30 this year.
Yeah, fucking yeah. So bollocks to you.
Well,
now,
Jesus.
Now, I will give you a bit of advice, right? When you're in your 20s, you feel like you're invincible. You can eat, you can drink, you can do whatever you want and have like 3 hours sleep and then you're fine. The moment you hit 30, everything, every twinge, every headache, you think, oh my God, I've got brain cancer. Oh my God, my legs are going to come off. Laugh now. But as soon as you hit 30, you will fucking sit. You'll remember this conversation, but Perrier, and you'll go, and you'll be like, "Oh, got a headache. Oh my God, my head's gonna explode." Oh, I was the very same when my mate, he turned 30 a couple of years before I did, and then and I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." Haha. Then I literally woke up that day on my birthday. I'm like, "Oh, why does my leg hurt? My leg hurts." Oh, it's gonna have to come off. Oh my God, what's the pain? Yeah, laugh now, boys. Laugh now, and I'll refer to this conversation because it will be on YouTube for posterity reasons, won't it?
True.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were fucking bitching and moaning, laughing at me. Look at this. So anyway, yeah, so anybody got anything new they bought this week or anything or?
No, well, there's possibly a purchase tomorrow. My plan is maybe after I go to breakfast with my other tenants here, I might nip into Leicester to see if I can get the new the remaster of Super Mario Bros. U for the Switch.
There you go. You off to supermarket. Go to game.
Yeah, I know. Look, I have never seen any Nintendo Switch games in supermarkets, despite the fact of how popular the console.
No, I bought no recently. Except I did get my Air to Space dock through the post, which is pretty cool. It's very fucking cool. I've just done a review of it.
Did you get anything?
You
Did you get any nice things for Chris? I know you posted some of your Christmas stuff, Tony.
Yeah, I got a few bits and pieces. I got oh wait a minute, hang on. I got no, there's a stack of shit behind me. It's gonna have to move it. I did get this off my sister.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I think I'll be getting a few of those for my birthday because my dad's coming over from Poland, but he's bought a lot of stuff back from America because he was in America with his girlfriend.
Oh,
he
cool.
bought a lot of stuff. But I know something. I hear you got a new computer, Tony.
I did. I'm
getting one for my birthday.
150 quid off Amazon.
Yeah, I'm getting a new MacBook Air.
Oh, filthy the Apple. Ugh.
What?
I love them.
Filthy Apple. Gross. I got a Dell.
No. Windows are crap. Windows are crap.
Windows crap, but you can probably still afford a Doctor on your PC.
150 quid, and it's fairly bare bones, but it's doing the fucking job, you know. And
a laptop.
And it's a fairly decent graphics card in it as well. And I do have the requirements somewhere. I've written them down, but I can't remember where I put them. But I thought, fucking hell, 150 quid, it'll do the job. Because I plan to upgrade it.
Yeah, is it a laptop you've got?
No, desktop. I much prefer desktops than laptops.
I need to.
Do you have like a tablet or something you can take out with you, or?
I just use my phone. I don't need a tablet, you know, because I've got all the functionality of a tablet in my phone. Just a tablet's bigger, you know. Because I mean, the thing is, bus journey to town's only about half an hour. So I mean, the only thing I use me phone, you know, a tablet for would be playing Pokemon Go, which you can't do without a Wi-Fi connection anyway. So I don't see the point of it.
Apparently,
when I'm sat in house, I just put my 50-inch telly on and watch, you know, Blu-rays. So
apparently, you can play Pokemon Go on your PC, can't you?
No, because how do you go out and catch Pokemon when you sat in house?
I don't know. I mean, when I don't know, because when it first came out and everything, and obviously it was here in the UK, and it'd probably been out about a month or so, and I was watching people on YouTube, and they were kind of sat at the PC at their desktops playing Pokemon Go on the desktops, and I don't know how they were doing it. Unless,
you can get a.
Unless they managed to connect it from the phone to the PC.
You can get a capture device for your phone. So you can be sat in house and doing it on your phone.
Yeah.
It just comes out on your PC. That's it. Yeah, but yeah, you need a phone because you can't lug a PC around with you and play Pokemon Go, though, can you?
I know. Well,
what are you doing? Just playing Pokemon Go while I'm out with my mouse. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get myself another another computer, anyways. Because
well, I'll send you the link for what I got. Like I say, it's just bare bones, but the graphic cards in it's pretty decent, and there's room to improve it. But 150 quid, you can't be sniffed at.
No, it can't.
Windows 10. Do you know what? Let's see what the fucking processor is.
I mean, yeah, the cheapest computer I got was a second-hand HP laptop a few years ago. I got it for like 79 quid off my local market, which is really good. Because because the guy on our market, the computer guy, he's really good.
Yeah.
There we are. We've got Windows 10. Where is it? A Pentium dual core CPU E5700 at 0.3 megahertz, 2 cores, you know, so it's not too bad really. I mean, for what I need it for, it's perfectly fine. Then again, I'm going to upgrade it to make a massive gaming PC. But then again, you know, because it's cheaper to do it like that than it is to buy one. Because you can spend up to and including $5,000 for a fucking gaming PC.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas, you know, if you do it yourself and know what you're doing, which I generally know what I'm doing, you know, I just I need a new tower because this tower I've got is quite small, so I need a new tower for it. I'm going to get one of them that's got all water-cooled cables and all that, and all glows and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, a mate of mine got one. He built one years ago, and do you know what? It was so fucking cool. It looked like it was possessed. Like all the grills and that, all blue light coming out of it, looked like it was like possessed or something. It was fucking fantastic.
Just to let you guys know, we've got Graham, the Collector 75, currently on the comment
Yeah.
chat thing.
All right, Graham, how's it going, man?
I don't know if he's still there or not, but I just noticed.
How's it going, Graham?
Hello,
Good man,
Graham.
One of my oldest subscribers, Graham. One of my oldest subscribers.
He's one of my oldest. I think he subscribed fairly early into me doing YouTube.
Oh,
yeah, I know. Yeah, Graham subscribed to me. He gives me a lot of support. You know, you're really good, mate.
Yeah, I got this bad boy the other day.
He's a top dude, is Graham.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, and I often find rewatching some of his old videos because he does good videos, particularly of like rare stuff that he's got.
Yeah.
You know, it's always nice to see the rare G1 stuff. You know, like Star Sabers and that. Oh, I've got a Star Saber. And
only because it was kind of the runner-up prize to what you wanted.
You know what though? To be fair, I was more happy to get that than I was the Black Zarak, because I think what I've done was I've built it up so much. Going, it'd be mine. And then when because I had it in my head, it was going to cost this much. And then when I found out it was costing more, I was like, yeah, I ain't spending that much. If it was complete, I'd have just threw the money at him, fair dues. But because it was not complete, I wasn't prepared to pay like 400 quid for it. There was no way. There was no fucking way. So then I stood next to him. There was a Star Saber, a complete Star Saber in the box, and I just went, mine. And it gave me extra 150 quid to spend for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, Graham is currently watching us. He's commenting with us at the moment.
Hello.
He's here.
I've been liking your 3 Lives Remaining videos as well. They're pretty good. You need to play video games more, dude.
Oh, have you bought any new games recently, Tony? Or did you get one for Christmas? Or
no, I didn't. I'm just waiting for Resident Evil. It's out this month in about 16 days, 12 hours and 43 minutes, I think.
I suppose you didn't put a countdown on your phone.
Of course I put a countdown on my phone.
How did I not notice?
Because I've been loading it over, and of course I will be doing it for TFN. Don't you worry.
I've already done mine, and he keeps going off every single day, and then it's like 270 odd days to go.
Yeah. I know, not long at all, is it? And oh yeah, by the way, I was the first one to do a 2019 video, so
by default at the actual players.
Yeah, that still did it for anybody else. Bollocks to the rest
other than the live stream last year, I only did one actual TF Nation vlog.
Because the thing is, I get really excited because it's the best time of the year for me. It really is, and I get really excited about it's the build up of it. You know, people start making videos, and you know when we're about sort of a month away, you know, people start making videos, and you see people who haven't made a video in a while go, oh well, do you know what? I thought I'll make a video because I've seen this guy's video, and I've seen that guy's video, and it just adds to the, you know, the hype and stuff like that, and you get excited. I get real excited. I'm like a kid on Christmas, you know, and it's just
so we call it Robot Christmas, don't we?
Robot Christmas, exactly. Yeah. But yeah,
that's what spurs me on as well when making my videos. I mean, like I said, I think the earliest I've made a video is probably when probably was, I think, last year or year before, when I started them right from February. As soon whenever the tickets went live.
I could say, but when the tickets went on sale, I think that's when most people start doing it. I think that's when I used to start mine, but because I've already done one, you know. But I mean, it generates hype for TFN as well, and you know, it's basically free advertising for them, so it's all good for them, and. But like I say, I've had people come up to me and go, "Oh yeah, I saw your video," and you get real excited. I thought, you know, I'll check this thing out, and here I am, you know, and that is, you think, oh yeah, somebody's actually sat down and watched my video and thought, you know what, they're going to enjoy this thing, and they do, and they have a real good time. And because of me doing a stupid video, they've come down and enjoyed themselves, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few,
Yeah,
I've had a few experiences over the years with people like, literally, I think, last year was one of the weird ones, and I literally was just walking around. I can't remember if I come out the lifts or if I was coming from the dealer room back to the bar, and I was just kind of where the reception thing is, or the check-in desk or whatever. And I was just walking through, and then just these random guys just came up to me and was like, "Knowlsy," pointing me in the head, and I went, "Yeah, that's me." I was just like, "Who are you?" It's like that awkward moment of like, "Who the hell?" And then obviously, it's just one of those really cool moments that you just get people that you never even met before, and like, you know, you instantly.
Yeah.
And you just like,
yeah.
how many people?
I mean, I've been after autographs.
I've got Rap 25. I got one of them.
Oh, well, no, this was not last year before. You know, Jack, is it Galvacron, his name is?
Yeah.
One of my biggest fans, and he came over to me and he goes, "Oh my God, it's Sam with SG1. Can I have your autograph?" And I went, "Yeah, if you want, but, you know, why do you want my autograph? Theo's over there. You know, he's much better than me." And he goes, "Oh, no." He goes, "I need to speak to Theo as well, but I'm so nervous." And I went, "Here, let me sign this for you." And he got me to sign his sound wave, his animated sound wave. I went, "Right, come with me." And he goes, "Why? You want to meet Theo?" And I went over to him and goes, "Theo, this is Jack. Jack, this is Theo." You know, he said he's your biggest fan. You know, and he's like, "Oh my God, it's Theo." You know, but when he asked me for my autograph, I'm like, "But I'm just a scumbag that talks about robots, you know, rarely as well at the moment." And I'm like, "Why do you want my autograph? There are people that do it out, and there's guests over there sat down signing autographs. You know, go speak to them."
Yeah, I mean, last year he apparently he'd come the year before as well.
Yeah.
I don't think I spoke to him much, or maybe I did. It was just in passing. I don't know. But last year,
Lovely kid.
Yeah, last year was when I actually spoke to him properly. And
yeah, me too. Yeah,
I went over to apparently, basically, it was just before your panel actually.
Oh yeah,
his panel, and
still need to punch Rich in the face for that.
So basically, we were just chilling out with Julia and all that lot.
Julia as well, lovely, absolutely lovely. Yeah.
I was just chilling out with all them lot in a big square kind of seating thing, and then it was beyond. I was looking at this kid and I was like, "Who is that?" He keeps looking over in my direction. I can't picture his name. I can't get his name. I recognize his face. Anyway, so I kind of just brushed it off, kind of thing. And then I went to your panel, and I think he went to the same panel as well. And then I come out, and then I noticed on Twitter, I just got like a blip on Twitter, and it was him, and he said, "I just seen Knowlsy, but I don't know if you recognise it's me." And then it clicked. I thought, "Oh, it's him. Yeah, I know who he is now." And then he says, "But I feel real nervous of approaching him." So as soon as I saw that tweet, I went up to him, and he actually handed me a drawing he did of what was it he did? I've forgotten the bloody drawing now, but he did a drawing for me of a Beast Wars character, and I thought, "Oh, that's awesome, that is." And I met his dad as well. He was a nice guy, and
I met his dad as well. His dad was kind of like, "What the fuck is going on?"
He seemed to understand his stuff though. He must have grown up during the Transformers era though.
He knew a bit of it. I think he knew it because Jack knows it. I think mostly, but
Maybe.
you know, it's.
The strange thing is, my first time in 2017, I arrived before you guys did because we weren't on the same coach that year on the way there.
Yeah.
And then I went down to the bar after I'd stepped into the room, And the first, and yeah, one of the crew came up to me and recognized me instantly. I hadn't been on YouTube for that long, but yeah, I'd done lots of videos that year for my first year. And I think it was, what's his name, Adam, came up to me.
Oh, yeah, Adam.
I said, "Oh, are you on YouTube?" Yeah, I says, "But yeah, oh, you're missing. Yeah, I just recognise you, but you don't have your hat."
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the thing with this thing. I mean, you know, we're all different. We all have our quirks. We're all a bit mental, most of us, and but we're all accepting. No matter how much you earn, if you're unemployed or not, if you're, you know, male or female, it just doesn't matter. We all love Transformers, so why not just have a fucking good time? And we do.
Yeah, I mean, another thing for me is, I think it was on the Saturday or Sunday night, my first time in 2017. When I saw Timey, I went and said, "Oh, Matt," and he turned around and said, "How do you recognise me?" I said, "Oh, aren't you Time Lord on YouTube?" He said, "Yeah, but I stopped doing it ages ago." But he was all right, and he came over and spoke to me in that.
Yeah,
so I recognised him.
Well, I mean, Simon still gets a lot of recognition. You know, Simon Ski, Diansis, for those who don't know. And he hadn't done a video in about 3 or 4 years, maybe more. And then he did one back from TFN last year. He did the Titans Return top spin. And like I say, he was still getting, you know, recognised by people, you know, here and everywhere. And because he says to me that I'm one of the last old schoolers, if that makes sense. Because I started around about the same time as he did, but he got popular well before. Well, no, he started well before I did, but I started about the same sort of time, and his popularity just exploded, and I kind of was on the periphery, if that makes sense. I mean, Graham 75 is one of the older ones as well. I mean,
when did you start doing videos on your original channel?
2008, I think.
Oh wait,
yeah,
I started in 06.
Yeah, I mean, it was because George has stopped doing Transformers videos. Ray's hadn't done a video in 7-8 years now.
Yeah.
You know, Dave Callow-Brown hasn't done a video in a while, and you know, all the old schoolers that got me watching videos, they've all stopped doing videos. There's only Graham and like a handful of others here and there that still from that time period that still do them. You know.
It's good to see a couple of the American guys coming back now, thanks to what Jared's been doing. I don't know if you've been noticing that Tatamus Prime and NC Statester and all that lot have come back.
Yeah, they have, yeah. Which is good.
Nice another guy as well. There's another guy that's come back. Eros One.
Yes, yeah.
Come back as well.
I ain't seen his video, but I did see it.
He's Canadian, sorry, not American.
Yeah. But it's nice to see him back. I mean, yeah, real life gets in the way sometimes, and we all understand a break and all that kind of gear. And
yeah, well, that's it. I mean, life. I mean, end of the day, YouTube's not. YouTube's YouTube. I mean,
I always said
things do pop up.
I've always said, do it because you like doing it. Don't do it because you want to get views and you want to get money or anything like that. And it's all about luck.
No.
It's pure luck. That if you make it big, and all these big YouTubers like Markiplier and all them kind of guys going, well, I've worked hard on doing that.
Yeah,
you were just lucky, you know. You were just lucky, and it just because it was, you know, because YouTube still does it, and they pick a video at random from anybody's channel and stick it in recommended thing. So if you do a good video and that's the video they choose, people will, you know, come up to you, you know, and then you make it big. But it's just pure luck. There's no skill involved. I mean, there's obviously skill making videos, but there's no skill in getting subscribers. You know what I mean? It's just pure luck. And like I say, I've always said, make a video because you want to make a video. Don't make it because you've seen somebody else do it.
Yeah, exactly. Do it because you enjoy it.
I mean, if be inspired, you know, say, you know, like, oh, I like what he's doing there. I've got that figure. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to talk about that figure. But I find myself, though, when I'm watching videos, watching other people talk about the figure that you have.
Yeah.
Because it makes you get it off the shelf and go, oh, yeah, he did that. That's cool. You know, and I like that. I like going back and, you know, but I mean, but there are different things about it, and especially when, you know, because people, like nowadays, you look at most Transformers YouTubers out there, they're doing all the new stuff, right? And it's all new stuff, and it's to a point where, look at me, I've got the new thing before anybody else, you know, and I don't like that. And if
no, because the thing is, they know that they'll get a certain amount of attention because they're the first one probably to have the figure and to do the review of it.
I mean, if I do a figure that no one else has done before, brilliant, that's fine. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with reviewing the latest figure. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But mix it up. You know, do a Beast Wars figure next week, or a G1, or an animated, or a Unicron trilogy, or whatever it is. You know, and but just mix it up.
Yeah, I don't stick to a line. Well, to be honest, I'm getting to the point now of like, what do I do? What do I review next? It's good, like, I don't, because I've reviewed so much. Of this some stuff I've had to get rid of because I needed the cash. And I'm looking around. I'm like, I need to review that. I need to review that. But like you said, I don't stick to a line. I kind of like maybe Beast Wars one day, or
I mean,
a Universe figure another day.
Sometimes I sit here, look at my shelf, right? It's my G1 shelf, although it's in a bit of a disarray at the moment. I need to resort it. But I look on there and go, oh, do you know what? I ain't played with that figure for ages. I'll get it down and you know, do that with it. You know, I go, you know, oh, look, I've got, you know, and then just sit and play with it and go, oh, yeah. You know what? Get my phone out and start talking about it. Because I'm one of these that don't plan.
Yeah, I mean,
right? I don't
no,
sit there.
I mean, the things I use. Like, I mean, sometimes I do like my Ataku's reactions, which is basically I just film myself watching stuff and reacting to it. I haven't done one of them for a while, but those are the things that tend to get more views than just my regular vlogs or you know, but also things I used to do. I used to review like Blu-rays on the day of release when I bought them, and I probably will keep doing that, but I haven't bought any new Blu-rays recently. So
that's it. I mean, it's whatever you want to talk about. Talk about it. You know what I mean? It's your channel. It's nobody else's. So if you want to talk about something that's cool, you know, if you want to go, do you know what? I'm going to talk about this fella today, and you talk about Masterpiece Frenzy. This is Frenzy, not Rumble. Frenzy. You know, and that's it. And that's what you do. You pick a figure up and you talk about it, or you talk about, like you say, Blu-rays, or you start a gaming channel like I've just done, or you know, you think, oh, do you know what? I'm gonna talk about fucking Doom today. You know, or whatever it is that tickles your fancy, you know? Because you found something cool.
Is that the new Doom game?
That's the 2016 Doom.
I'm still playing that then.
Oh, it's fucking great. I've put the old school packaging on it, you know, the old school cover, because it's just so much better. You know?
Yeah.
I can't wait for Doom Eternal.
Yeah, me too. It's not out until, was it July?
I think it's about April. I think it's.
Is it? Oh, right, nice. I'll be.
I could be wrong, but I'm looking forward to that.
Well, that's
you got a new game recently, John?
Sorry?
You got a new
game recently, John? Or?
No. To be honest, I haven't been gaming all that much. The only recent thing I've got is classic NES console that I got for my birthday.
Nice.
Just kind of.
They are good.
Yeah, it's been playing a bit of Super Mario 3 and things like that. And that.
Nice. I've got an original NES.
I want to get one of those. I've got a PlayStation, an Atari. I've got a Sega Master System as well.
Oh, nice.
I want to get a NES. I'd love to get a Nintendo 64 as well.
I had one. I sold it years ago, and I'm really kicking myself up the arse for it. And I'm like, why did he sell it? But again, at the time, I needed money.
I know that the classic version, the classic N64, is coming.
Yes, it is.
Which
yeah.
I'm quite confident will sell a lot better than the classic PS1.
Oh yeah,
well, the classic PS1. Well, Nintendo know what they're doing. They've done it twice now, so they know what they're doing with theirs, right? The problem, I think, a lot of people have said this about the PS1 classic, is the fact that it was rushed out for Christmas. And some of the games on it, particularly if you're not a British or not a European player, a lot of the games are in PAL, which we run on 50 hertz, whereas America is NTSC, they run on 60 hertz, and some of the games are encoded for PAL Europe, so they don't quite work. Yeah. And it's just not been programmed properly. The emulator tends to, kick out the music, and and there's like audio anomalies and stuff like that, and it's just not as good as it could be. And some of the games on there are questionable at best. But then again, I think a lot of that's to do with licensing rather than anything else.
Yeah, because I was watching someone's video. It's a Canadian YouTube channel, and it's two guys that talk about video games and news stuff that's currently happening. And they were talking about PlayStation Classic, and they were talking about, they went through all the list of games that have been announced. And then when they said about, obviously, I originally pre-ordered one. And then basically I was sold because there was, the Final Fantasy VII was on it, I think. Yeah. And then obviously
that had to be on there, to be fair.
Oh yeah. Then obviously Metal Gear, and then Tekken 3. I mean, I really enjoyed Tekken 3 when I was younger.
Yeah, those are the three games that I want to play that are on it: Tekken 3, Metal Gear Solid, and FF7.
Well, the first Resident Evil's on there as well.
Yeah, that as well.
I mean, but there's no Crash Bandicoot on there, and there's no Resident Evil 2. There's no, because if you look at the Nintendo.
Well, no, but the reason why. Yeah, but the reason why obviously Crash and Spyro aren't there is now because Activision own them, because they brought out the remastered trilogies.
They did, and I know why, and they don't want to compete with themselves. But I mean, the thing is though, is it competing with yourself? I don't think it is, because a lot of these things would have been bought by, kids for the dads for Christmas, because PS1's 20 years old, so people nowadays. Imagine if I didn't play video games that much and, got a family, like fucking, hypothetically, something like your wife or your girlfriend might be, and so, oh, yeah, you used to play this when you was a kid, and, the kids have bought you this. That's what they're hoping for, rather than proper hardcore gamers. Because a hardcore gamer will seek out an original PS1, because they're not expensive to buy now. But then again, why would you buy it? All you need to do is buy a PS2, because PS2s play PS1 games anyway. So, it's no brainer there.
Yeah.
What I mean is,
it was the same thing. I mean, when I had a PS3, I got the very first PS3 that was released, which is one that was compatible backwards to PS2 and PS1.
Yeah.
And luckily, I never had to replace it. So, I got lucky.
Well, okay then. N64 Classic. What games do you want to see on there?
Mario. Yeah, well, obviously Mario.
Mario 64 is a given. It's going to be on there anyway. So that's just...
Mario Kart 64.
Absolutely.
Pokemon Stadium.
That'll be on there. Oh, no, wait, no. That might not be on there due to the fact that because Nintendo don't own Pokemon anymore, it's the Pokemon company that own it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It might be on there, but I would say no initially. But like I say, there's Let's Go Pikachu and that for the Switch, isn't they? So you never know.
Because the thing is with these classic consoles, there's a lot of agreeing and disagreeing goes on behind the scenes because there's copyright.
Pokemon Stadium, though, I would like to see that. I would like to see that on there, but I'd say no, though.
I mean, because I've had a Wii U, obviously because I had a Wii U and now I've got a Switch. I mean, I can play, like, we've got Pokemon Tag Tournament, which is basically like the new updated version of Stadium.
Yeah.
And of course, the original Smash Bros. The first Smash Bros. Came for N64, so
that'll be on there, yeah.
I've got the new. I mean, I've got Smash Bros. Ultimate, and
well, I'd like to see.
That's really good.
I'd like to see GoldenEye, but it's rare, so
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country as well.
Yeah.
Star Wars Rogue Squadron. No, Shadows of the Empire would be a great one on there.
To be honest, I never played the 64, so I don't really know what games came out. But
I never had one. See,
Castlevania
for about a year. Castlevania, definitely. I mean, think about it, right? When I had my first console, which was the PlayStation, basically when the Pokemon thing became really popular, I got a Game Boy Color, and I really wanted a Nintendo 64 the following year because they were growing in popularity when the whole thing exploded. And my parents were like, you don't need one. You've got a PlayStation. You can't have one. But I nearly agreed. I nearly got them to agree to get me one for Christmas. I think Christmas 1999 or 2000 when they had the Pikachu, the special edition Pikachu N64s. I think I ended up wanting something else in the end.
Well, I believe the N64 has more versions of that console than any other because they came out in like almost every color, and there was the Pikachu one as well. Because you can get the crystal
they had
one.
One of those. They had one of those in the Digicon in Doncaster last February. They had one of those in the games room. I remember having to play on it.
I'm just trying to think what else would be on there.
And they also had a bloody Street Fighter friggin' arcade as well. I was like, oh, that's fucking awesome.
I'm just trying to think what.
Yeah, and they had a Tekken 3 on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem 64 would be awesome. I'll tell you what.
There'd be a Kirby game, wouldn't there? There was definitely a Kirby game.
Yes. Now, one console I would like to see would be the Saturn Classic and the Dreamcast Classic. Oh, the Sega Dreamcast was such a wonderful.
I think ultimately the first classic console I got was the Sega Mega Drive Classic, and that is brilliant because it has 80 or 81 games installed in it, but it also can play the cartridges.
Yes, it can. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think.
So, do you think you might get the classic? Do you think you might get the classic N64, Tony, if it came out?
Depends what games are on it, but probably yeah. Probably yeah. Depends what games are on there, but probably yeah. I mean, I want a shit one, at least one shit one on there. I want Superman 64 on there. It won't happen. But I'd like to see it.
All right.
I mean, if they've got the classic lineup on there, I think it'd be a good shout, you know. Because, like I said, the Super Smash Brothers, Super Mario 64, Mario Kart. I'd like to see GoldenEye on there, but it probably won't happen.
No.
Same thing for Donkey Kong Country as well, because of Rare. I'd like to see. Like I said, Pokemon Stadium. I'd like to see on there, but I don't think we'll get it, unfortunately.
Mm.
But I don't know. Do you know what? I'm gonna interweb and see what game N64 games because I'm missing loads.
Right, while you're doing that, Tony, I'm just going to read some comments that Graham has been talking to as well. We've been chatting.
Yeah.
Basically, one of them.
I was thinking. I mean, the new Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Switch is fantastic. They've got 72 playable characters.
Yeah.
I mean, I also, for Christmas, I got for my PS4. Well, I originally got it on Xbox, but due to problems on the Xbox, I've now got a PS4 copy of the Spyro Reignited trilogy.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying playing that. It's a bit more of a challenge for me because I wasn't as familiar with Spyro as a kid as I was with Crash.
Yeah.
But I'm really enjoying it. I only had the first Spyro for PS1. Whereas with Crash Bandicoot, I had all three of the original trilogy. Do you know, John, Crash Team Racing has been announced?
Oh, yeah.
The remaster.
That's cool.
It's coming out in June. Out in June.
Bomberman 64 will be on there, definitely.
Oh, God, yes, Bomberman.
That has to be on there. No, these are just speculation on my part, yeah. I don't think they've done anything yet. Conker's Bad Fur Day.
I know they have announced it's on its way.
Yeah.
But it probably at E3 this year it'll probably be announced.
This year, yeah, I would think. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Come on now. No, fuck. It might be issues there. Duke Nukem 64. These are the ones that I want on there. Donkey Kong 64, but again, Rare. Doom, definitely fucking yes.
I'm thinking, you guys just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'm going to just nip downstairs.
I'm just trying to... F-Zero, definitely, I would think. Hey, you Pikachu.
Right. I'm just going to read off what Graham's been saying because he's been patiently typing here and we've not really been talking to him. So it says to you, Tony, he says he wishes that he came up with the name for his game videos, for your game plays, whatever, whatever.
Oh, Soul versus you, one versus whatever game I'm playing.
Yeah. So that was one of them. So he said he wished he came up with that name that you come up with.
Thank you.
Then he was talking
two letters. It's 2 letters, Graham. 2 letters.
And then he talks when we're talking about that Jack, and he says Jack's dad is like when I went to Hornby Train Convention with my son last year, he knew all the names of trains, and I was completely out of comfort zone.
Yeah.
And then he says, basically, doing conventions for fun is the best way. Which
yeah, of course it is.
And when you showed that, I think he said frenzy. He said it's Rumble. LOL.
Frenzy. Rumble is blue. Look at the cartoon.
The Master System is a very collectible system.
Oh, it's a wonderful little machine, the Master System.
I mean, I think I've got the Sega Master System. I need to make sure it's still all working, to be honest.
Which have you got? The Mark 1 or the Mark 2?
I don't know which mark it is. I'll remember.
It's quite long and it's sort of like triangular in shape.
Mine is kind of rectangular, but it kind of comes up a little bit. Like,
and does it have a door in it? You go like that. Is the built-in game Alex Kidd in Miracle World?
It's not a built-in. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's got a built-in game or not.
You should have. It's a Master System. They all came. Well, the Mark 1s were about that big, and they were they were rectangular, but they kind of sloped back, and they had like a triangular bit on them.
Right.
And then the Mark 2 is what my sister had. It was the black one that had a sliding, rotating door, like a bread bin almost, and you put your cartridge in there. Because the Mark 1s had the you could get credit card type games on them, like a TurboGrafx 16, and you shoved them in the front. Yeah, there was two.
I don't know what mine is then, because it's under my bed with a shit.
Get it out and I'll have a look at it for you. You'd have to do it now.
But no, it's I'm pretty damn sure it says it's the Master System on it. But it's all I can remember from it. It's kind of long, like an oblong, like a shoebox kind of look, but it's real thin. And then obviously you've got the.
You might have a Mark 1 then. You might have a Mark 1.
And then obviously the cartridges go in the top.
Oh, you might have a Mark 1 then.
I mean, I didn't know it had a built-in game because I haven't played it.
The original one just had like a maze type thing, like a Pac-Man clone, whereas the Mark II had Alex Kidd in Miracle World.
I'll have to get it out because I've got the game pads for it and everything.
Oh, these two should be on the N64 Classic. Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. They should be on there without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
Right, Graham says, obviously I knew about this, but yeah, he said you can hack the PS1 Classic now and put more games on it if you
can, yeah.
Which I've known about.
Mortal Kombat 4 and Mortal Kombat Trilogy should be on there as well.
He says he put Resident Evil 2 on his PS1 Classic.
Excellent.
And Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Ooh, good game. That's like Rondo of Blood. That's a good game as well.
He says, I think it says GoldenEye as well, Perfect Dark and Turok 2. I don't know if that's to do with the 64.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about Perfect Dark, yeah. But again, it's rare though, so...
Well, like I say, my cousin used to have one, the 64, and he had pretty much every major console that was going out during the 90s and 80s and that. And he got a 64, and I remember playing it, and I can't remember what game he was playing, but I was just hooked. I just loved how it was designed. I really liked the controller, and it was just an out there design. And I just really loved the 64, and I thought I really want one of these, but I never got one. I think, did it come out about the same time as the PS1?
Yeah, the PlayStation 1 came out in E5, and I think the N64 come out 96 here in the West.
Yeah.
Because back then we were still behind. I mean, it came out in Japan first, then America, then here. Now it's every
Yeah.
about the same time everywhere else now. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Because I think I got a PS. I think I got my PS1 when I was about 6 or 7, maybe 7 or 8 years old or something. Because my dad actually, because obviously they changed this with the PS2, but you could chip the PS1s, couldn't you, to play copied discs?
no, you didn't need to chip them. Do you know what you could have done?
What?
And it's just the simplest of hacks as well, right? You put your original game in, right? And you know when it goes past the copyright stuff,
yeah,
right? So what you do is you put your game in, but don't shut the lid, right? You get anything from a pen lid or anything like that, and you put it in the latch where you close the lid, and it keeps it shut, right? Until the copyright stuff's gone, right?
Yep.
Then keeping your finger on the thing, take the disc out, right? And then you put the copied disc in, close it at the right time, and it works. Almost 90% of the time it worked. And you didn't even have to chip it.
Yeah, because my dad.
What it does is, you know the boom, you know,
yeah,
when it starts up on a PS1, that's your copyright by stuff. So all you need to do is put any game in, any original game in, and then take that out and put it in, and done.
Yeah, I didn't know that because my dad actually got quite thingy with my cousins and everything because I've still got my original PS1 and it's got what my dad's done is he's put what my dad's done to kind of so he can play.
Well, there's a way you could do that with a PS2 as well if you knew what you were doing. You couldn't do it on the Mark II, the slimline ones, but the first original generation of them, if you could prise the CD tray out, right, which was not easy, but it was doable. If you could slide that out, same thing. You slide it out just at the right time, put your copy disc, take your original game out, copy disc in, back in, play it.
Yeah.
So, right, I'm just going through all these N64 games. Well, Mario 64 is an absolute shoe-in. Super Smash Brothers.
I'd be very surprised if they don't have anything Mario on a Nintendo system.
Yeah, of course they're going to do it. Turok Dinosaur and Turok 2, possibly Turok 3.
Was there another Pokemon game for the 64? Was it called Pokemon Snap, was it?
There's a few, yeah. Hang on, let me go.
Because there was one that came out that it didn't do very well when it first came out, but it became quite a cult thing. It became very popular with fans of Pokemon.
The Pokemon Puzzle League,
yeah,
and Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium, Stadium 2, and then Let's Go Pikachu, which you could talk to it. You had a mic, you could talk to it.
Yeah, but I don't think that'll happen because I just brought Let's Go Pikachu out and a new version of it. Or should I say Pokemon? Yeah, Let's Go Pikachu, and then they did Let's Go Eevee, haven't they? I need to get that because you can connect your Pokemon Go up to it, can't you?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
And certain types anyway.
Well, do you know? I was looking at there was not. Oh, Beast Wars Transmetals.
I used to have that on copy.
No, I never did. I had the Beast Wars game that was on PlayStation 1, which was really bad.
I had the second one, Transmetal 2.
Yeah, that's the fighting one, isn't it?
Yeah, I had the arcade one, and it was for the PS1.
Yeah, I never had that, and it was because we could get different skins, and one of the different skins for Waspinator was Starscream, G1 Starscream.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's been so long since I played it, but it was just a very straightforward, very badly pixelated kind of game.
Yeah, not great game.
I loved it. I just loved it. Just to be able to play a beat Tarantulas and all that.
I didn't have a Transformers game until like the second gen, like Xbox 360, PS3. I loved the game for the first film, the first live action film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that one. I've got that.
That's Devastation. Sound by Andrea Zigulo as well. Because he does the voice of Thundercracker in it. So I thought I've got to get. Plus, Greg Berger's in this as Grimlock, so you can get him to sign it, which I'm going to do.
You know what, right? You know when I found out that Greg Berger was coming, and especially with what Andre Segaluza said to me last year.
Yeah.
Because I went to his table and he shouted out to me on stage. I
missed that.
Yeah, he shouted out to me on stage. I actually missed it as well. I don't know where I was. I must have been in my own mind. I was in the dealer room as well. And literally, I was just walking around, and then Sam was watching what was going on the stage, his interview or whatever, his Q&A. And he actually shouted out, "Is Knowlsy here?" And I was like, "Oh shit, where was I?" I was like, but
name checked by him and not be there.
No. But yeah, basically, I went to him afterwards and to his table and had a picture taken with him, and I went with Lizzie as well. And he said to me, I said, "Oh, by the way, Greg Berger says hi." Because apparently he subscribed to me or commented on a video that I did for talk about TFN. Before I went to last year's TFN, and I was talking about when he came in 2010 Auto Assembly, and which was the last time he came.
No, 2011 was Greg Berger.
No, 2011.
It was 2009 and 2011.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So 2011 when he came, and then I said about kind of like did the beginner thing where I had too much stuff wanted to get signed, and I kind of had that as a bit of a regret. And ever since, I've been really, really careful of what I'm, dealing with guests and not doing that again. And that's what he was responding to.
Yeah.
And he says, Greg Berger says hi. So he acknowledged that that was the guy that commented on the video. And Andre Segaluza kind of shouted it, let me know, kind of like, hopefully gonna go this year.
Just that one thing.
Yeah.
Just that one thing, and there you go.
Do you think Simon Furman will come back?
Yes. The reason why he wasn't,
because
I don't know.
Because in 2017, I kept going up to his table and he was never there to get some comics signed.
Right. Apparently, I don't know how true this is. This is sort of the rumours that the rumour mill went off thingy. Apparently, he doesn't get on with, what is she called? One of the guests that was there last year. Oh, the one just gone. She's one of the comic book artists or writers, and I forget who it was. She wrote a few episodes of Prime as well, and I can't remember what they'll call her, but you know what I mean, don't you?
I think so. I don't know. Is it?
Well, apparently, I don't know how true this is, so don't quote me. Don't say I was the source that said it. But apparently, them two don't get on, and because they don't get on, that's why he didn't come this last year. So hopefully, he should be here this year.
Unless she gets announced again.
She won't. But yeah, Sam Fairman's always nice to talk around, and he's again because he's a permanent fixture of the thing. He knows everybody as well. He's like, "All right, Sam." And he goes, "All right, Tom. How's it going? Yeah, not bad."
It felt really weird when I was kind of like, "This feels really weird," because I know he's missed. I think he's missed one or two in the past when it was Auto Assembly.
Missed 2010 because was it 2009? It might have been 2009. I can't remember. One of them, due to the fact that it was at a family do or something like that.
Yeah.
But he's been to every other one.
Exactly, and I was kind of like, I'm that used to seeing Simon there, every single year, and we've not seen him this year. It was kind of like last year. Sorry, it was like bloody hell, it's weird.
Well, that's it. I mean, it's because these guys become part of the scenery. They become like us. John Paul Beauvais and Nick Roche and everybody like that. They're because when they get announced, you just go standard. It's nice to see them. Nice that they're there. But they could just become part of the furniture. They become part of the thing, and it's one of the reasons why I love going. And because of that, they become friends. It's not just like you're the guy that signs me autographs.
The thing is, you got to understand as well. Simon Fairman is pretty much Bob Budiansky, but the UK version. Because he really kind of grounded the UK Marvel comics and a lot of the UK versions of the comics, isn't he?
Well, don't forget, because back in the day...
He also wrote some episodes as well, I think.
He wrote a single episode of Beast Wars, the last episode.
Right, okay.
Right, no, the thing is, right, Simon Fairman, back in the UK, we used to get comics fortnightly, right?
Mm.
And instead of monthly. So we got them fortnightly, right? So every 2 weeks we'd get a comic book. And basically, what they were doing to stretch it out, they were printing half the comics into every fortnight. So you get one comic, but split into two. So you get 2 issues basically in one book, whereas Americans get one issue. That's why there's more UK issues to the Americans, right? But anyway, so what the reason why they got UK only stories is because the method that they were using, they were just running out of stories to do. So they were just running out of content, and they had to fill it quickly. So they went, oh, do you know what? We'll have, 6 weeks of 6 issues of this story, and that way we've got a few issues to release the next couple of months, that sort of thing. But then again, some of the UK stuff is far superior to the American stuff. Like Target 2006 being one of them.
Cool.
Yeah. Have you read Target 2006?
No.
No. Introduction of the Wreckers and stuff like that. Oh, dude, you got to read Target 2006.
I'm really behind in my comics because literally,
this is years old. This is 80s.
Yeah, I've not read any 80s. I mean, I've got the RDW collection that comes from about that time period, but I haven't got any of the Marvel ones or anything like that.
But the thing is, well, again, the thing with the Marvel, it
was a bit crap.
So not only were they doing their own continuity, right, with new stories and that, but they were also adding to the American stuff. So, like when an American issue would finish and then a UK story would start, it would start more or less at the very end of that last issue. And then it sort of polluted the timeline, so to speak, because the Americans didn't even know that this was happening for a lot of years, until they started getting reprinted again. And because I've spoken to a lot of American fans over the years, and they've said, "Oh, I didn't even know they did that for a lot of years," and the UK stuff's fantastic. And I said, "Well, I've been trying to tell you, So anyway, boys, I'm going to go because it is 11:30 nearly. I've had a busy day at work. Well, when I say busy day, I mean I've done nothing all day. It's been quiet, and my phone's going to die of battery as well. So I'm going to shoot out, and I will catch you all later. So
okay then.
If you want to do this again, let us know. Just give us plenty of warning, and then see if I can get on.
Okay then. Well, it's great to have you on.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Yeah. And see you later. And Laserbeak says bye as well.
That's Buzzsaw.
Fuck off. That's Laserbeak. Look, Laserbeak. Yeah, nobody confuses these two, do they? Anyway, right, I'll see you later, dudes. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, right.
All right then, buddy. Well, shall we call it a night now, since it's just the two of us? Or
it's up to you. I'm easy either way. Like I'm in a rush for anything. But yeah, if you want to call it a night, you can call it a night. I mean, we just acknowledge to ask a few things that Graham's been saying about when we were talking about Simon Fairman not being at TFN last year. He kind of come back and he said he found it strange himself when he wasn't there, and he also says if it wasn't for Fairman, he'd very unlikely have liked Transformers half as much. So obviously Simon Fairman had a big impact on Graham's thought thing when it comes to Transformers. I mean, to be honest, like I say, when it comes to comics for Transformers, I have only read one story from start to finish, and that was The Last Stand of the Wreckers. And that is the only comic book series I've seen or read from start to finish. I really need to start, because I've got Robots in this. I think it's I've got More Than Meets the Eye. I think I've got the first trade thing of the More Than Meets the Eye. I've got Last Stand of the Wreckers. I've got some movie. Remember the live action film tie-in comics?
Yeah.
I've got a couple of them as well, but they're not that great. But this Target 2006 is what also Graham's talking about as well. I'm going to have to maybe get myself a copy of that, because I've never read it, and I need to kind of, because I want to collect the rest of the IDW collection books that you can get, where it's all them real nice hardback books with really awesome covers on, and I think they're up to, they've released quite a few volumes of that at the moment, and I really want to get myself some of them so I can start to read the IDW continuity, and then I want to try and see if I can see about kind of checking out some of the Marvel stuff. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up on every single comic since the 80s. I think what I might do is kind of like ask people what they think is a really good comic and kind of just go from there and just kind of pick one so that I'm in the know of what the heck's being said and what's going on. But anyway, so yeah, if you want to call it a night, mate, it's up to you. I mean, we're at
okay. Well, we'd like to say, okay, yeah, we'll call it a night here. Perhaps we can go sometime next week or something.
I mean, I get a text from Sam, by the way, but he said he won't able to join us tonight. I don't know what he was doing, but he must have been doing.
That's all right. That's no problem.
But yeah, hopefully we can do another one next week, and it was great to have Graham, the Collector 75, the awesome.
Yeah, great to have you, mate, Graham.
So thanks for watching.
Hopefully, I'll be seeing you in August. So
yeah, hopefully I can get there as well, but it all depends on financial issues that I'm currently in at the moment. But if I can get the money together, I'll probably be there, most likely.
Okay then. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me, buddy. And I'll probably see you next week.
Yeah, you will do. And yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Yep. Thanks to all the viewers. We'll see you soon.
Thanks again, Graham.
Bye.
Yes, well.